There we go. Thank you, sir. Our sixth grade choir, this is a lovely bunch of very non-energetic, very passive individuals who they always do exactly what I tell them to, and they are never silly, ever. One of the goals for sixth grade choir is to learn to use your instrument in a variety of ways. That means sometimes I'm going to be pushing altos to sing up beyond where altos think they should sing, and to get the gentlemen to sing lower than they think that they should be singing at this stage. So we have a wide variety of ranges that we're trying to work with and change around. I did not assign the kids to the parts that they're singing. We let them go. Basically, we're trying to develop the ear, trying to develop the instrument, so that by the time that they decide what they want to do with their singing voice, they have the tools to make it happen. So things are pretty laid back in sixth grade. Instead of rehearsing every day, we rehearse one day or maybe two a week. So it's out of 6-day cycles, I see them on 2 days of those 6. And it's right at the end of the day when we are at the best thinking time. And of course, no one is running right through the middle of our rehearsal room. We always have to point at them and try to shun them and make them go away with embarrassment. It isn't working. But our 2 pieces, we have 2 pieces here that we're going to do, and then we have 2 that we're going to do later with the help of high school choirs. This is a piece of music that I've been really excited about because you're going to be able to hear my alto section, which, wicked awesome, okay? They're doing a great job, and I think that you will hear their alto part come through clearly. You let me know, alto babes, if they do it well, okay? Power to the alto, all right? Meanwhile, gentlemen, we have some serious manpower right here in the center. I mean, it is all on. And they are really good, they just don't have quite the numbers necessary to get all that sound out to you. That is not their fault. So we'll see how things go here, but I think you're gonna be able to hear the gentlemen too, because they do rock it. So here's our first set of 3 really short pieces, so I'll spare you, don't applaud between them. We're talking like under 30 seconds a piece, so just let it go. We're also practicing some things in languages. We're practicing the Spanish language. Next year they'll have the opportunity to begin taking some foreign languages. We actually sang these pieces for our Spanish teacher, one of our Spanish teachers, and she said she knew exactly what they were saying, so that means our pronunciation was kicking. It is on, the song's called Tres Elementos. So we're dealing with 3 elements, and the elements are wind, that will be first. The wind is blowing. The second one, which one's second? The rain, la lluvia está cayendo, the rain is falling. And then third is fuego. Yeah, fire. I dressed appropriately. Here we go. Tres canciones, 3 songs about the elements. We were going to shower you with the elements. We thought, water is first, so we could do soup. Never mind. There we go. Alto babes, could you hear them? See what I'm saying? Dudes, could you hear the gentleman? See, that's proper, man. I got some skill right there. We have to work in at least one bump per concert. It's good for the 6th grade spirit. Not so good for my backside. 6th grade is the first time, 6th grade is the first time that they have the option to choose chorus. In the elementary schools, they're part of the chorus, kind of whether or not you want to, and you're stuck there. And even though we all have reason to want to sing, not everybody does want to sing. And so by 6th grade, they get to choose whether or not they're going to participate. So we got a whole lot of dead wood out of the way. And now, and now we get to do things that are a little bit more difficult. So you might have noticed that that was in 3 parts and in language, and those kinds of things get a little tricky. I'm trying to also encourage them to read the music. You'll notice that the high school performs almost exclusively from memory, which is great for them, but at the middle age, we're still trying to learn to actually read what's on the page before we try to memorize what's on the page. Otherwise, the second time we go through something, we know it perfectly. That doesn't work so well. And of course, when you're only following the glitter dome up here rather than hands, it makes it a little bit difficult too. We need to read the music. So that's part of what is going on here. The next piece that we're going to do is a fan favorite of mine, because this is the time of year when really excellent movies come out, Star Wars. How many days? 2. But back in my day, it was The Lord of the Rings. And when The Lord of the Rings, thank you, I didn't write it. Fellowship of the Rings came out, and that movie was just stunning. But one of the things that was most stunning for me was the piece of music that went with it. And some of you are already like, oh, I know it. We sang this before. Yes, we did. May It Be, which is written by Enya. Better known to the 70s and 80s crowds for her new age music. She's also become very common to write for her. She often writes, there, I got my words in order. She will often write for film scores, and she's been very active with those. Of course, because in The Lord of the Rings, Tolkien was probably referring to the Irish when he wrote about the elves. And when he was writing the dwarves, he was probably thinking about the Scottish. And when he was writing about the men of the West, he was thinking about his home country of England. And I'm not sure who he was thinking about when he was doing Trolls. I sure hope it wasn't America. But we definitely have elves. We have the men of the West. We definitely have Trolls, maybe. And I'm hoping we don't have no dwarves, okay, no beards yet. But we're getting there. So this is our May It Be, and in the middle you will hear some Elvish. Mornie utulie, which means darkness has come. Mornie alantie, which means darkness has fallen. So bad people are going to lose, that's the goal. May It Be, from Lord of the Rings, Fellowship.
Thank you.
Thank you. While they exit stage right, we've got, I believe men's acapella is next, is that right? And then the women's select. So, shh, weirdos. We have 2 additional pieces that we have prepared with the help of the high school that have been exhaustively rehearsed. Many, many hours of non-rehearsal. So we will see how that all is going to go, but I'm pretty confident that we all know our parts, so when we throw it together, let's just hope it works. Right, Morissette? We'll see. We'll see. I do want to also point out that next year, when this crew goes 1 year older, they will be joining with the 7th and 8th grade goes together. So our concert with the 7th and 8th grade is not going to happen until January with them. I'll see, they work together. I see 7th grade 1 day a week by themselves, and then we join with 8th grade for the other day of the week. And that's how we are continuing to increase. So by 7th and 8th grade, they're together, and then they move to the 9th grade at the high school, and away we go.